Greetings viewers at home and welcome on another exciting episode of the Petros Khoza Show. Kathi igama lami Petros Khoza. Ngiyazi ukuthi ke wena uthanda elikadedi. Buka namhlanje nginiphethele bani ngilethe ke incwadi Amaqhawe ase Daveyton kanye nomunye wababhali balencwadi. Baba kunjani?
Sikhona njani?
Siyaphila. No, it's good to have you here, man.
Oh, good. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah. Can you please maybe introduce yourself to the viewers at home?
This is Mothibe. Mothibe, son of the soil.
Yeah,
born
son
and
of the
bred
soil.
in Daveyton.
Hola.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Teacher by profession.
Yes.
Currently, I'm teaching at Amaqhawe Secondary School, and I'm also a professional journalist, a graduate from Rhodes University.
Wow.
That's I'm actually double operating a journalist by night and a teacher by day.
I'm glad you're powerhouse. What I mean from today, I'm gonna be a best journalist. Umuthibe. And thank you so much for making time and also, share your heart with me about this book, Amaqhawe as a Daveyton.
Amaqhawe as a Daveyton.
Yes.
It's a must-read book.
Yeah.
Because I sat down with one of my colleagues who is also the co-author of this book.
Yes.
Mr. who is also a teacher and a journalist by profession.
Wow.
So the two of us sat down and we looked around to say, but what best can we leave for this township, Daveyton? Just a legacy.
Yeah.
We then agreed that we need to sit down and engineer a book whereby we need to talk about the history of this township. We looked at streets. There are street names of people that our children and generations to come don't even know.
Yeah.
There are halls around here. There's a stadium. Many more examples of people who contributed for this township to be what it is today. Exactly. But the history of this township is not archived anyway.
Very true.
That is when we felt we need to take the initiative and do as such.
So tell me, ngiyabona ke la ukuthi kunamaqhawe ase Daveyton, bakhona engibaziyo, bakhona engabazi and kunamagama ebengazi ngawo namhlanje sengiyazi, Yeah, but what were mhlambe ke I know ukuthi you wanted to preserve, the history of Ikasi, and yeah. But above that, what is it that when you started penning the book that happened,
Yeah, we didn't just take the name randomly. We never sat in a dark corner before somewhere and decided that these are the people that we want. We consulted on quite a range of people and names were thrown into the cap.
Yeah.
And those names that were thrown, we had to make a selection and start the process of interviewing those families there. That's the long shot.
Mhlambe ke ake ngithathe lo wakithi ngoba ngiyamthanda lo mfo, Caiphas Nyoka, Yeah, can you just elaborate a bit about him?
Yeah, Caiphas Nyoka, some people can ask to say, hey man, he's not one of the legends. I need to, according to people, legend was there before. Caiphas Nyoka was still young and so on.
Yes.
Caiphas Nyoka was a student leader.
Okay.
During the 80s, you remember during those turmoil riots and so on.
Yes.
A student at Amaqhawe High School. So we chose him because Caiphas was one of those students who was brutally murdered by the system. Brutally murdered by the system. Hence we felt, let's take Caiphas and tell this township and this country about him.
Yeah. And mhlambe ke ake ngithathe omunye la uGodfrey Mogonane Pitje.
Godfrey Mogonane Pitje was one of the top lawyers in this country.
Okay.
And just to brief you a little bit, he worked with the former president of the ANC, Reginald Oliver Tambo.
Okay.
In the same office, together with Nelson Mandela, in their offices. So what happened was that Abu Mandela, at that stage, they were banned, from operating and so on.
Yes.
So Godfrey Pitje had to disseminate information, he was a messenger like of some sort in his practice and again passing the messages. And believe you me, as a teacher, he's a former teacher.
Okay.
He was encouraged by Oliver Tambo to study law. And he studied law after the advice from Oliver Tambo. Because he was also one of the president of the Teachers Association by that time.
Okay.
So he was taking cases to Oliver Tambo's offices. And Oliver Tambo realized that there is potential in this man. That is how he had to convince him from teaching to become a lawyer. And he became one of the top lawyers in this country.
And he is from Daveyton.
He is from Daveyton.
Lalela mntana sekhaya yazine uDaveyton akekho mncane. There's so much that has came out from ikasi lethu, ikasi lehleva 1520. Lalela, we are the first black township to have access to electricity. Ingako sabizwa ngetuka emaboneni la kuvutha khona. Namhlanje ngiba bomdala uyangichazela ke. Mhlambe ke baba in you writing the book and with the other colleagues you've worked with, you know, what were the challenges in bringing this book?
It's difficult to get people our interview with because you have to make arrangements. Some people have got doubts, some families have got doubts. You have to see it, convince them, win their confidence, you know, and so on. To an extent that some of them, we had to go to their churches.
Okay.
We trace where is this person congregating, you know, which church does he or she belongs to. We'd go to that church because on that particular day you want this particular person. Some of them, we even had to trace where is he enjoying his social life. Social life, I won't go deep, you know exactly what I mean.
Understand, yes.
Just to get a person, sit with a person, you know, try to win the confidence and so on. It was a mammoth task. And also, especially that, and also we never had any sponsors.
Yeah.
This we did deep from our pockets. The mere salary that we get as teachers, we had to do it because it was not for profit making, but to leave a legacy for generations to come in this township, Daveyton.
Wow, siyabonga lalela ke siyabadinga abantu abafana nobaba la abantu abazoqopha umlando wakuleli futhi ke ema township ethu bese basigcinela wona ukuze nezizukulwane zeyizukulwane zami nawe zikwazi ukuthola lo mlando. Baba ngiyathanda la ukuthi ungitshele ngesihloko. Ngiyazi ukuthi mhlambe ziningi ihloko ngabe nizenazo, you know, and in getting to profile, you know, the book, but what ended up saying Amaqhawe as a Daveyton?
Yeah, maybe the way the Amaqhawe itself explains what is it that we actually mean by this book. Amaqhawe.
Yes.
I think you understand even more better.
Yeah.
Now I'm so to speak, I'm trying to speak, but I know legends, it could be some legends and so on.
For sure, for sure.
Definitely.
Okay.
And there's no doubt about it that these are the people who had a finger in the pie. Like Daveyton, to be what it is.
To be what it is, yeah.
Contribution.
Mhlambe ke yini into ethi manibhala incwadi nafisa ukuthi abantu abasha bakuleli la ekhaya namhlanje yini abangayizuza la noma inifuna bayithole ngalomlando?
Yeah, for them to realize that, you know, this is what you call self-sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know, is selflessness.
Yeah.
Because there are people here who did things that no any other ordinary person would have done. Just giving you an example, like Dr. Marole. Dr. Marole is the first principal of the first school in Daveyton. That school, there were no buildings. In the morning, they will pitch a tent. After school, they will roll that tent back, by valley, and the following day bring it back. You know, it's a process. Every day you put the tent, at the end you fold it, you go home, you know, day in, day out. It's really, it was. But because he, for the love of his people, for the love of education, he did that sacrifice.
Wow. Lalela mntana sekhaya konke okubona namhlanje kukhona endaweni kwakhiwe ngabanye abantu. Ngiyacabanga ukuthi nawe kukhona ongakwakha ukushiyele laba bazayo abakusasa emigwaqo esibonayo ikhandwe abanye abantu. The buildings that we are in today zakhiwe abanye abantu baze futhi basacrifice ngeimpilo zabo ukuze sibe la sikhona namhlanje. Angazi ukuthi wena what are you doing with your life, but again nami ngiyafisa ukuthi ngelinye ilanga kuthiwe Amaqhawe ase Daveyton nilami igama libelikhona. I hope now you are doing the same. Mhlawumbe ke baba, you know, asikhulume la ngomlando kababa la, you know, lonke engizohlala kuwona umhlomola Sikhosana.
Ubaba uMahlomola Sikhosana.
Yes. Oh, Mahlomola. Yeah, Mahlomola Sikhosana. Yes.
An activist, believe you me.
Yes.
And someone who loves his township.
Yeah.
Ubaba Mahlomola was the first secretary of NACTU.
Okay.
The National African Congress of Trade Unions. That was rivaling ICOSATU. Ubaba Mahlomola worked for the Black People's Convention. He was very instrumental.
Okay.
He rubbed shoulders Nabo Steve Bantubiko in the Black consciousness movement. And Ubaba Mahlomola Sikhosana also the Daveyton Civic Association. He was very instrumental Nabobabu James Ngubo in the formation of the Daveyton Civic Association, fighting, you know, civic organization. They were fighting during those times for township concerns, bread and butter issues about the township, running water, you know, you may mention them, lights and whatever, streets and so on. Very active, very instrumental. And he was also very active also to the opposition of the town councillors. You remember in Malochin, there were town councillors.
Yes.
Yeah, they were very instrumental in those things. And people, but I Daveyton, they had too much confidence in him. You know, as I was interviewing him at some stage, he said, you know, when Gwede Mantashe first came to Johannesburg, he is the one who welcomed Gwede Mantashe a park station.
Okay.
You see, that's how active he was.
Yeah.
And Abu Mahlomola, one thing good about them, I'm a history teacher. I've invited him in my grade 12 class to come and present a chapter about the Black consciousness movement, which is in the syllabi now. Always available, very dedicated, and so on.
No, siyabonga kakhulu, siyabonga baba uSikhosana lapha ekhaya. Thank you so much for making time esikolweni uzokhuluma nezingane. Mhlawumbe ke you are a teacher now, and I think you do see the social ills we are facing as a community, as a country, as a nation, you know, as a people in the world. You know, the young ones now are misbehaving, the young ones are out of line, and mhlawumbe ke yeyiphi indima mhlawumbe ke lencwadi engayidlala kubo mongathi mhlawumbe uyayithengisa to anyone lapha ekhaya manje ungathini for them to buy this book?
Yeah, to our children, it's just unfortunate that you see the culture of reading. Not at schools, in our community. It's normal. Just the culture of reading. Our people depend so much on social media and so on.
Yes.
They will prefer to look at something on the social media than to go and buy a hard copy, not knowing how much are they losing out of not getting to the hard copies.
Exactly.
It's a must read. If they can get this copy, I'm not marketing it, but I'm saying there's so much that can change them to be a better people. From these role models that are here. Exactly.
Lalela ke mina volunteer namhlanje to sell this book, you know, uma uyifuna ke usizokhuluma nami bese mina ngiyakuthengisela ngizobe ngiyithengisa ngithatha kuyena ubaba. We need to demand this book in all libraries around Ekurhuleni as a whole. This book is a must have ngokuba bonke abantu abahlala kulamanye ama township majority isuka eDaveyton. Remember leli gasi lamagasi la kuphekwa khona abantu ke la, you know, ithi ngayi kakhulu ke baba. As a teacher, what is the message you have for youth? Let's leave the book. You as a teacher, how you grew up, a father now, you know, in your comfortable space, a teacher at work, a global citizen with what is happening and what we always as parents want for the future of our country. What can you say?
To our children, I usually tell them, you know, I'm a history. I'm teaching history.
Yes.
Good. I'm telling them that I don't have to come to class every day and explain to them that democracy is the government of the people, for the people, by the people.
Yes.
I have to shift sometimes and teach morals.
Yeah.
Just to teach them and gear them into responsible citizenry, to make them responsible citizens. It's unfortunate that I'm in touch with them for a particular period from 8 to 3.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it is clear that somebody is not playing ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the unfortunate part. Between 8 and 3, good, I'm in charge. But after 3, beyond the school gates, that's where a lot of things are happening.
Very true.
That's the unfortunate part. That's it. And for the teachers now, there's not much that we can do.
True.
Our hands are tied, you know it. Our hands are tied.
Lalela, you know, the only person who can change your life is you, okay? Akekho omunye umuntu ophethe isikhiya sakho, wena ophethe isikhiya sempumelelo yakho, futhi bamba la mani. Teaspoon yokugcina, nyanyani kopisa everyday yazi. Ithi kopise kokugcina ke umuntu onesikhiya sepast yakho uwe. So the only person ohamba fazi past yakhe uwe, and umuntu one access kuyila box deal. Awukulikhiya bese uvula ele future yakho, okay? Work hard towards your goal. Bekubaba at his age ebudaleni bakhe, you know what, akazange athi ufuna funding. He started researching and waproducer incwadi. Imagine what you can do with the wisdom you have of your social media, the libraries, the school, and everything that you have. Lalela, go change your life. Go do something. Work on it, you know. Mingabe a baker, makeke baker, we will support you. We love you, you know. Yeah, and that Sesivala, what are your parting words?
My parting words are that now we are working on the second series of this book.
Yes, yes.
Already we have researched, we have documented about 15 more people.
Okay.
Because we can't cover everybody at the same time.
Yes.
And also, we don't own the space.
Okay.
If there's someone who wants to write something about things that we don't know, people are most welcome to make a contribution. Constructive criticism is what we are open to it. It's very approachable, and the open door policy is what we are actually applying. And we have a plan. Beyond writing, we heard this, that we need a heritage site in Daveyton.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, a heritage site in Daveyton. We tried on several occasions to engage the Ekurhuleni municipality, but it becomes clear that we are fighting a losing battle.
Okay.
We feel that our municipality should come on board. We can't just let. We have content already. We already had planned what is it that we intend doing, just to have a heritage site. Can I tell you something interesting?
Please.
I know there's Mr. Johnson Mlambo.
Yes.
I wonder if you know Mr. Johnson Mlambo.
Yes,
at some stage, he was the deputy president of the Pan-Africanist Congress.
Yes.
He stayed in Robben Island for about 18, 20 years or so. And when he was arrested here in Daveyton at Amaqhawe Street. And weapons were taken, were dug by the police, about 23 white policemen then. Under Poko, they regarded him as the most dangerous terrorist in Daveyton.
Daveyton, Mara niyabona Mara, yes.
You know, if he could, his house, something happened at his house. They found weapons in Poko. You remember the military wing of the PAC. Weapons were dug out and so on. That house is still there. That can still be negotiated.
Exactly.
And make it a heritage site. That's it.
I remember growing up, Tina, esekeni bekunama fish, bekunamanzi. We don't know what happened to that. Imishado, yonke lento. Yeah, we need that. We need that. Daveyton, we are coming. Whoever owalayo ukuthi sibe ne heritage site yethu lalela, we are coming for it, and we're gonna have it. Sizozenzela yona. Bengabe nina nifuni sizoyikhandela yona thina ngoba vele la eDaveyton sinawo amandla okuzenzela into zethu. Look how much we've contributed to the history of the country, and obvious umhlaba wonke siyaziwa thina bopha was shot in Daveyton. You know what? Ithi ngasakuxhomeli ne ngobeleni kasi ayinawo umlando ofana nowethu. Yeah. Baba siyabonga ukuhlala nathi. Mhlambe ke if there's someone who wanna talk to you direct, where do they get hold of you?
I'll leave my contact numbers.
Yes.
Yeah, they'll be able to communicate with me.
Yes, you can share them.
Yeah, 067 374 8352. Should I repeat?
Please.
067 374 8352. Or get into Mabuya High School here, the first high school in this township.
Sure,
and
sure.
ask for Mr. Mothibe. Surely. Thank you.
We love you. May God bless you. And just call me. I know you have my number. Just call me. You can come to Ruhlajwayo, talk to me, order the book. I want every household in Daveyton to have this book, you know, so that you can read the history to Abantwana Bethu. Now I'm going to get myself a copy. Actually, we love you. May God bless you. Bye.